Today we'll be attempting to solve two sum, which is LeetCode number 1. Where dreams begin. We have an array and we have to find two numbers in the array that add up to the target. In this case, the target is 9. I will be trying to do 3 solutions and then I will show it to you and explain. The first solution we will do will be a brute force, the second one 2 pointers, and the third one using a hash map. The first solution, brute force, we would take the first number in the array and then check every other number to see if it adds up to 9. In this case, none of the numbers add up to 9, so what we will have to do is do another iteration in which we can discard looking at the 1 and we can actually go to the second number in the array and then look. There's 2 and 3 add up to 9. No, it does not. There's 2 and 7 add up to 9. Yes, it does. So we have found the two numbers, which is 2 and 7, and we're supposed to return the indices. In this case, the indices are 1 and 3. Return these indices. Now, this is, as we know, is brute force, and the time complexity for this would be n by n times. So it would be n squared. The reason is that we'd have to go through every single, in the worst case, we'd have to go through every single number in the array n times. So it'll be n squared in the worst case. Now I will provide the code and try that yourself to see how it works. I'll also put it on my GitHub, which will be the link in the description. So for the second solution, we would have 2 pointers. So we'll have one to the left and one to the right. And if the array is sorted, if the numbers does not add up to the target, which it doesn't, if it is higher than the target, which 19 is higher than the target, we would shift the right pointer down, and then the number 115 is also higher than 9, so we'll shift the pointer down. And then if 1 and 7, since it's equal to 8, which is actually smaller than 9, would point this pointer up, the left pointer up, and then we will have the indices 1 and 3, and then it will return. Bear in mind this solution can only work if the array is sorted. So if the array is not sorted, you'd have to sort it before. So the time complexity would actually be O of n, and the space complexity will be O of 1. But if the array was not sorted and you had to sort it, the complexity will be, the time complexity will actually be O n log n. O n log n. It will be O n log n if we had to sort it. And I'll also give you the code. Add it and play around with it. So finally, we would do the hash map solution. So we'll do a one-pass HashMap solution, which in my opinion is my favorite solution for the two sum. We check to see if the target minus the value is in the HashMap, which is the HashMap is empty. So since it's empty, we take the first value and then we put the index, which is 0. And then we go to the second one. We check to see the target minus the value, and we check the hash map for 7. Since 7 is not in the hash map, we then add the value of 2 and then its index, and then we do it again. We do the target minus the value in the array slot. We check to see if it's in the hash map. Since it's not, we put the value and we put its index. Then we go to the next one, the target minus the value. In this case it is 2. So 2 is actually in the hash map. So we have our two values, which is 2 and 7, and then we return the indices for both, which would be 1 and 3. Now you would not need to sort the array beforehand, which it comes in really handy. And the time complexity for this would be O of n, where n is the length of the array, because if we have the array, we're guaranteed 2. So as it goes, we already have these in the hash map, so that by the time you reach the second value, which adds up to the target, you already have you already solved the problem. So in the worst case, the time is O of n, but since we have the hash map, the space is not free, so the space complexity would be O of n also. So right now we are in LeetCode, and here we would first make the hash map. In it would contain the value and the index. We'll then make a loop. So for I and enumerate nums, which is the array, would make the difference equal to the target minus n if the difference is in the map. Then we will return the indices. And how we do this is we have map, the index of the difference, and then the index of the current I in the array. And then here we can increment in the map what's I, and we can just put the return for fun. So if we run the program, the code, it works. So thank you very much. This is the tutorial. Please subscribe and like if you like it. and look at my GitHub for the code if you want to study the different solutions more. And until next time.